So beautiful. I wonder if Nigel is gonna try to kiss me on this date. But I never really kiss people on the first date, so. But you never know if the vibes is there.
It was a little bit hard last night, to be honest.
Welcome back to Romance Review TV with Lady T, and I got another recap for you guys. The One That Got Away, season 1, episode number 2, and we got first dates in this episode, and the guests that came through the portal get to meet the competition. So before we unpack all of this, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. If you like the video, smash the like button. And also feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section below. So yes, we got a lot to unpack. There are new folks coming into the house, so let's talk about it. So everybody is getting comfortable and settling in, especially in the guest house. Our current singles are pretty much enjoying themselves and getting acquainted with each other. And so far, so good at this point, with everybody truly getting to know one another. However, this is where everybody starts to pretty much get ready for their first dates of the people that came through the portal from their past. So the first date we're going to talk about is the one between Vince and Manoush. And this one was probably, for me in this episode, the best date. Not per se the venue or the location, but just the fun that these two had together. And they started out by crushing grapes, so I'm assuming that this was a wine tasting type of date. But they built a connection really quickly. They were really happy with each other. He found her extremely attractive. They pretty much talked about their past relationships and how they were in long-term relationships at this point. But, of course, it didn't work out. And they ended their date with a kiss. I know that, obviously, it's not like they're dating strangers. These are people that actually knew each other and maybe already had a connection. So now it was Nigel's turn for his first date with the girl that came through the portal for him, Alicia. And he remembers her specifically through this green dress that she wore back at the time when I guess they had mutual friends, which was the girl that he was dating. That was one of her girlfriends. Like I said in the episode 1, I don't know at this point. I know it's probably over, but obviously she's been eyeballing this guy even though he was in a relationship with her friend. But he really thought that she was attractive. He remembers saying, trying to see how she's doing and stuff. And back at that time, she was like, well, why do you care? Well, obviously you did. You just wasn't saying anything. One of the things that she was really hoping for is that she really wanted to kiss Nigel. And she got her wish. She got that kiss, and I actually like this particular scene between these two. They really have a cute connection, so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with them. So next up, we had Jeff. Jeff and his first date with Anthony, and they really went back to talk about their past. One of the things that Jeff mentioned is that he was really afraid to come out to his friends, and through, while he was in school, he even lost his virginity to a girl, and right before his 21st birthday. And then he told Anthony that on his actual birthday, he ended up leaving the party with another man. And at that point, it's just been his life ever since. They had a cute little date where they did this little boat thing. And I thought it was cute. But, they really built upon the fact of his past. And Anthony was very proud of him for the choices that he made to be true to himself. So then Betty Who makes another appearance where she meets up with Vince. Vince is still reeling after his first date with Manoush, and he got shocking news. And Betty Who informed him that there is another person from his past.
A new arrival is about to come through the portal.
Stop. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
Yep, Vince got the shock of his life because I guess he didn't know what to expect. I don't know if they gave them a rundown of how this show was supposed to go, but he was definitely shocked, especially after building that connection with, Manoush. So he headed over to the portal, and they build this anticipation. It's pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like it, and this is who he meets.
Who's there? What? Hi. What the heck?
So, to his surprise, this is who he meets. And this 29-year-old lady is from his past as the prom queen from high school, Eureka. And he seemed like he was pretty smitten by her too. Now, I know he really built a good connection with Manoush, but look like Eureka, it might be a little bit of a competition when it comes to that, because now he has both ladies in the house. So now it's time for a date when it comes to Miss Alyssa and the guy who came through the portal for her, which was Nelson. And she was not, shall I say, not happy, very disappointed. She wanted her prince. She cried about it, saying that they brought her a frog. And I mean, she was really, really vocal about it. Now, she claims she did calm down after, sleeping, getting a good night's sleep over it. And so she's now claiming to be open-minded about their first date. Now, he is ecstatic, over the moon. He gave her a lot of compliments. And, as much as I know that this girl is not really feeling Nelson, she really liked the fact that he gave her compliments and how pretty he thought she was and how proud he is of her, because she did talk about all of the bullying that she went through in high school with some of the other kids and all. And it really he said it hurt him that she had to actually go through this, and especially being that, they were really cool in high school. And I'm surprised he didn't remember any of that. I mean, I would think if he was close enough around her to really like her, he should have saw some of that. But nevertheless, he was happy to have that conversation. So Betty Who interrupted their date. And Alyssa, I think she was happy about the interruption. Who wasn't happy about the interruption was Nelson. So Betty Who pulled Alyssa to the side to inform her that there's somebody else coming through the portal for her. Now, especially being disappointed by Nelson coming through, I mean, I don't think that she hates the guy. She just don't feel that she has a connection with him. And he's not happy about it. So he goes back to the other group to let them know how the date went. Now, Alyssa did inform Nelson that there is another guy that came through the portal for her that she was about to meet. So, he was not happy. Now, as much as he told the other group that, he had a good time at the beginning of the date, which was his perspective, he let them know that there are other people coming through the portal. And it kind of put a little bit of fear in the other, guests that came through the portal with the person that they came for, meaning that there's going to be competition. So Alyssa shows up to the portal to find out exactly who this is.
How you doing?
Oh,
So this handsome guy is 28-year-old Travis. He was Alyssa's traffic school secret. Now, from the way I understood it, I think he knew her through one of her guy friends. And I'm assuming it was a guy she was dating. He was friends of his. I'm like, dang, these friends are side-eyeing their friends as boyfriends and girlfriends. But they seem to be, pretty happy about it. She claims that the universe is listening because the universe knows what she wants. And this is just a step further for her, especially after coming off of everything with Nelson and her response to Travis versus her response to Nelson. So let's talk about Ashley and her date with Kyle. Now, Ashley and Kyle, at the beginning of this date, they seemed to pretty much hit it off. They had a pretty candlelit, romantic type of date. The only thing is with Ashley is that she wants him to work for it. She's not going to, just be as open and try to meet him halfway. She really wants him to work for it. But other than that, she feels that he's very attractive. And so she took it over to the swimming pool where they had this little swimming pool date. Well, that's when it went a little bit left, because as soon as I guess he saw her in a swimsuit and saw how attractive she was, she felt that he was only focusing on her physicality versus getting to know her. And when he went in for a kiss at least 3 times, she snubbed him. And it made her extremely uncomfortable. She said that, I need to be respected, and it's not fair that, he thinks he can just get it that easy. And at first I was like, well, he just find you attractive. Most men are visual. So of course he's going to find you good looking, and men, that's a stimulus for them, right? But he did say something pretty interesting when he was talking to the producers and said, well, she doesn't seem like the type of girl that would give it up and on the first night. I'm okay with that, and if she want me to work for it, I'll work for it. So I mean, is he talking specifically sex, or is he talking about working for it as in trying to be, maybe build a connection or relationship? So I don't know about this. It started off good, but then it went left. So our host Betty Who strikes again, this time with Nigel. She shows up to inform him that there is another person from his past that is also coming through the portal, and it definitely shocked him because he's building on a connection with Alicia, and he really enjoyed that. So we will see what happens with that later. So now it's time for Casey and her tall drink of water, Dylan. So they had a little cute garden date, and they really bonded over conversation regarding family. So Dylan was talking about how he really has a great family, the bonding time and the connections that they have, and how well that their family get along. On the opposite end of the spectrum is Casey's family. Now, for a very long time, her family was not in a good place until her mom ended up with stage 4 lung cancer. And it's unfortunate that tragedy tends to bring family together. But with that happening, it brought everybody closer at that point. And it was a very troubling time for her. It took a lot to get through. And I think she said it happened 3 months ago, I guess, at the point of them filming this. So, that whole thing is really fresh for her. And, she's trying to get through it. But the family finally came together. So part of their date was this little merry-go-round, and he acted like he'd never been on a merry-go-round before, but I thought it was a cute little date. They ended their date with a kiss. I thought that was cute and romantic. I really like some of the stuff that they're doing with this show and the dates that they put together. So let's go back to Nigel. And who's coming through the portal now? So obviously he know who this is, And this gorgeous girl, I mean, is somebody from his past that he really liked as well. And this is Sarah, who's 26. They met on a trip to Tulum. And it was also one of his female friends, and she was a friend as well. So we'll see how that goes. Nelson is now meeting his competition, Travis, and they're both interested in Alyssa. And Travis does not seem to be intimidated at all. Of course, we can see Nelson is not happy about the fact that he's here. But this man right here, he seems really relaxed. He's a jokester, and it's not sitting too well with Mr. Nelson. And then Sarah comes into the house. She's the competition against, of course, Alicia over Nigel. And these people got to share the same room. And then we have this gorgeous girl. She is the competition for Manouche over Vince. And yeah, it's going to get real messy because, again, these folks got to sleep in the same room. So you know it's about to be some drama for real, especially since he interrupted the date. So now, speaking of Travis, he now has his little sit-down conversation with Alyssa. He's very happy to spend that time. They kind of reconnect about their past. And, you know, it wasn't really anything over the top. She did find him attractive. He's willing to get to know her. It wasn't that deep conversation like she had with Nelson about the bullying. But she's definitely open to see what she can have with Travis, which means she now has to have a conversation with Nelson. And that's where they left us at. So it is really getting kind of sticky with this show. I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping you're enjoying these recaps, because if you don't have Amazon Prime, that's how my way of getting it to you guys. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you very soon. Bye.